Folks, we are back. It's the InfoWarrior. We're joined by Dr. Leonard Horowitz, and we're going to take your calls in a moment, but I've got a question for him. You know, you talked about one of the ways to prevent a lot of the diseases out there is to become alkaline. How does the average person go about doing that?
Oh, a couple different ways. Thanks for asking, Jason. First of all, I would recommend that people go online to healthyworldstore.com and get the book Healing Celebrations, because there's really 5 steps. Alkalinization is very important, but it's only one of 5 steps that I've laid out in a 5-step plan for literally creating miraculous healings. So step 1 is detoxification. Step 2 is alkalinization. And how you go about doing that, the simplest way is drink sufficient water with fresh squeezed lemon or lime. If you squeeze your lemon or lime inside the water, even though it's an acid fruit, it contains a lot of calcium. Calcium in water turns to calcium hydroxide, which is a buffer. So it's like Alka-Seltzer, you know, or Tums. Except there's no aluminum. You know, it's basically fresh, natural, and it's one of the most best ways to alkalinize. Second, actually, the most powerful way of all, even more powerful than that, naturally, is to use cayenne pepper. And the old Stanley Burroughs Master Cleanser used to take before grade B or C maple syrup to sweeten it. It used to take the fresh squeezed cane juice. That's what Stanley Burroughs actually recommended. With cayenne pepper, the fresh squeezed cane actually will heal people of diabetes, and the cayenne will alkalize so powerfully that it will cause your body chemistry to virtually reject cancer growth and arthritic conditions and inflammatory conditions, even neurological impairments. Muscle spasms, by the way, need the minerals, which is an additional step. Step 3 deals with holistic approach, including the minerals that you need. So there's really everything that people can do naturally and fairly inexpensively to protect their health and recover from the worst diseases.
All right. Let's jump to some callers. Let's go to Colleen in Pennsylvania. Colleen, you're on the air. Yes, Colleen.
Hi there, Dr. Len Horowitz. How are you?
Hi. Great, Colleen. I'm blessed to the max. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you guys for taking my call. It's such a pleasure to talk to you, Dr. Horowitz. You know what? Thank you. I've been following your work for many, many years. I just want to commend you on all the things you've done. And thank you, Jason, again for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dr. Len Horowitz has talked about the frequencies of fear and love. And he's talked about specifically the frequency of 528. Can you speak to that for a moment?
Oh, I'd love to. Thank you for asking. It's a privilege and a humbling pleasure to talk about that. And I'll say some things that your audience may be shocked to hear, but I'll tell you the truth. The truth shall set us free and nothing more. The Creator is going to administer the truth, the revelation that we need to literally eliminate the incarceration, the enslavement. 528 is love. It's the center of the electromagnetic color spectrum. That's Hertz frequencies. 528 cycles per second is the center of the electromagnetic color spectrum, the center of the sound spectrum. It's the center of the rainbow. At the center of the rainbow is the color greenish yellow, and that means it's the center of your heart. So the center, as above, so below, the center of what's called the musical mathematical matrix of creation, which in the religious world is called the kingdom of heaven, the center of that kingdom of heaven, how the blessings are administered, how love and joy from the Creator is administered, is by the clear channel broadcast on channel 528. So 528 hertz frequency literally is the center of everything in the universe. Love is the universal healer. It's the center of what the Creator's intention was and is currently for blessing all of the children. So if we want a divine communion, if we want literally a maximal, optimal blessing of spirituality for maximum divinity within our Holy Spirit-filled temples, then listening to 528 music, playing 528 music, singing it, chanting it, and ultimately blessing people in every way with love is exactly what Jesus was talking about. It's exactly how he was able to commune most intensely with the living water. Why he said, I am the living water. So the concert for the living water that's coming up, I urge everyone to go online to love528.com if you want to learn about 528. And we now have, as I work currently with the world's leading mathematicians and physicists, and people who are absolutely genius, brilliant, and I'm humbled and privileged not only to be blessed to receive some divine revelations from our glorious Creator, but working with the most astonishing people who likewise have been getting a lot of fantastic revelation for humanity's physical salvation and spiritual evolution. There's two websites that I would highly recommend you go to immediately to participate. Number one is liveh2o.org. I mentioned that earlier. www.liveh2o.org. It's for the concert for the living water. I'll explain what we're about to do with the revelation of 528 being love and the core creative frequency and the core miracle maker of the universe. That is, if the Creator has sound and music and administers everything by the word, which is sound frequency, at the center of that world of word creation and creationism is love, is 528 hertz, and that's how we're going to basically take back this planet for the love of God, and literally. And so that's the concert for the living water that we've planned for this coming summer solstice. I'm going to ask everyone listening right now to please mark on your schedule right now. If you don't do anything more, pray for our success and join us in prayer. Heartfelt, loving intention to produce lasting peace on earth, world health, and universal prosperity. The prayer chant time is Sunday, June 21st at 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 5 o'clock Pacific time, and 8 o'clock at night on the East Coast. On Sunday, June 21st, there will be a global prayer, and we're sending a wave around the planet through the living water. In essence, what we're doing right now is our best to fulfill Revelation 14:1, which is the concert for the living water, concert for the 144,000. Singing a new song with the key, a musical note, to the house of David, the Davidian star, the six-sided Solomon seal, which is Dr. Emoto's water structure, which is the essence, the numbers of the size of the sides of the star for the organic world. Carbon-6 is based on this understanding of sound affecting matter, and that now we understand how to recreate ourselves, eliminate diseases, uplift ourselves, our spirits, prepare our temples for the maximum spiritual blessing, to the receive and then transmit love 528 hertz frequency. That's what we're doing right now.
All right, let's jump to our next caller. Let's go to Marcus in Texas. Marcus, you're on the line.
How you doing, Jason?
Good.
Jason, have you seen this assessment from the Intelligence and Analysis Office from the Department of Homeland Security?
Yeah, the 9-pager, the new one where everybody's a terrorist again, and this is an extremist movement, and if you're right-wing, you're a terrorist, and if you don't like the Federal Reserve, you're a terrorist, yeah.
If you tell the truth, you're a terrorist.
Yes.
If you love God, you're a terrorist.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really need to wake up and ask themselves, could this apply to you? Because I
think it's obvious. It applies to most. I mean, it really is which is pretty incredible to me, because it really goes out of its way to go after the quote-unquote conservative wing and the Republican wing, and really the people that would vote for a George Bush or a John McCain unknowingly. And these are the people that I feel are like right in the crosshairs. I mean, with this Virginia Terrorism Threat Assessment Center one, that's 215 pages, but that's an internal Department of Homeland Security document that's much broader.
Yes, very broad in scope. And that's what, when you look at it at that point, could it apply to me? Hell, I think I meet some criteria on that list, as well as probably, I don't know percentage of Americans across the country, but a lot of us, that's for damn sure.
Well, I got to agree with you. It's a scary document. I thank you for the call. Well, again, you look at the Virginia Terrorism Threat Assessment one, and they say people that use YouTube, MySpace, Twitter, I just can't. I mean, who doesn't use that in this day and age? And then you look at the second page says, this is law enforcement sensitive. It's only for intelligence agencies, the Department of Defense, and police officers, and it shouldn't go out to the media. Well, that means that this is going out all over the country. It's not just a Virginia fusion center. It's a New York fusion center. It's a Texas fusion center. And this is a federal program to go after people's free speech. They don't want us thinking for ourselves, do they?
Not at all.
No, they don't. They absolutely don't. I have one prescription for all of this, though. It really comes down to this question 528. It's because 528 from the heart, the heart is connected to the Creator's heart. And the covenant, the contract, is about faith. And if you ask yourself, where, if any place in my body would be faith, it certainly wouldn't be in the egoic mind alone. It's in your heart. You have heartfelt, loving conviction of a spiritual reality of a Creator who's blessing us.